Hi everyone, how are you doing? You might think, she's already got her lipstick on. What's she doing? Or you're just looking at me thinking, no. Anyway, I've been meaning to do this film since lockdown. A friend of mine sent me the product I'm going to be using and he said, Karen, these are brilliant, please feature them in your films. They are tapes for hooded eyes. And I was like, oh, don't be ridiculous. I mean, no. And I've been thinking about them and they've just been sat on the side thinking, oh yeah, I must just try those tapes. As a makeup artist, I've used face tapes before, for decades. I mean, it's been a big Hollywood trick for kind of lifting and opening out the eyes, where you'd have like a bit of clear tape and a little bit of a thread that would sometimes sit under a wig or a very cleverly placed hairline, right? And then what that does, it opens out the eyes and the face. You get that really nice opened out shape to the eye, which is amazing. A lot of makeup artists use it on models as well if they're doing beauty shoots, to really kind of extend this part of the face. It's a common little trick and we all carry them in our kits. But I've never used hooded eyes. And I have hooded eyes, especially on my right side. Now, sometimes they're more apparent than other days. That's mainly because of maybe the lighting or the expression in our face. And that's another little thing that I want to share with you, because we all kind of stare at our face down the mirror. I'll do my mirror face at you. You see this side here? Oh, drives me mad. That's the side that I sleep on. It's actually been like that for a number of years, actually, even sort of before I even really noticed, but it's always this side that drops. Sometimes if it's a good day, I've had lots of sleep and I'm feeling fresh, that, you know, I don't really notice it. And then some days, especially in pictures where I'm smiling, you're like, oh my God, Karen, where are your eyes gone? Anyway, that's another chat. But it does drive me mad. And I just thought there's no way I would ever want to put myself through putting tapes on my eyes to make my eyes look more. I'd just rather chuck some great mascara on or a bright lip. By the way, this is the same Rare Beauty lip, Motivate, that I used a couple of weeks ago, just in case you're curious. And I put it on my cheeks too, just to kind of have a little bit of a look before I showed you these tapes. Anyway, get to the point. So my friend sent me them and I never use them because I just thought, oh no, it's not really what my channel's about, but they're brilliant. And looking into it, I mean, I think a lot of people in Asia use them as well. If you've got very kind of like flat, elongated eyes and you want to get width, it's quite a common thing, but not so common in Europe. But you can pick them up very reasonably from Amazon. I will give you the link that my friend sent me to collect these, or to purchase these guys. So they come in like little sellotape reels, which is really handy. There are trillions on the market and they're all very reasonable. So, you know, I'm not saying that these are specific, and I really cannot tell you that these are the best because these are the only ones I've tried. So, you know, please forgive me on that. You have two sizes with this one. You have this one, which is thicker. I don't know if you can see that with the reflection of the daylight. These are thicker and flatter. These are thinner and so you can sort of transparent there. Well, that's better, look. These are thinner and more transparent. Sorry, these are thinner and more curved, whereas these are thicker and less curved. I will get this right for you. Hold on, let me just, hold on camera. Focusing on my really poorly applied nail varnish. Anyway, you get the gist. The flatter ones, obviously with my eye shape, don't work. It's too thick. But the thinner ones work beautifully, I have to say. And I would actually say they work really beautifully just with the makeup I have now. If I put a little bit of mascara on, it's actually not for a night out makeup, a heavy eye look. In fact, I have found that over using them over the past week, I wanted to check out longevity, work like a treat, and you don't feel them on your eyes randomly. I mean, I thought something pushing back my socket would. I'm not going to like cut to the chase. I will get on with it and stop yabbering, but lasted really well. And I'll show you one just completely on a natural eye. Maybe I'll do the side I sleep on. I don't know whether that is something. It must be. I mostly sleep on that side, but I sort of do a little twirly routine every night because I'm just like that in my pillow. My husband's like that. Luckily, otherwise that would be a disastrous marriage. It does come with two applicators some really dreadful tweezers, and I don't even know what this sort of fork thing does. So they are going to be recycled. But I will keep these. So let's get on with it, and I will show you how easy it is. So you need to, if I just trick my mirror there, I might just edge in a little closer for you to see. Let me just actually move, if I can move my camera. I'll try and move it back, extreme close up. So as I'm talking to you, you can see I'll just quickly flick around. This, when face is completely relaxed, hangs over much more. So what we're going to try and do is you just peel it off. There's about, I think it's about 200 in here. There's plenty. You just peel it off. I mean, I guess if you don't have any fingernails, you'll feel it quite tricky. And you take it to the side to mimic the angle of your eye. Now, tip your head back and place the sticker or tape exactly where you wish to push it back. And just push it into the skin. Then close your eye. Let me just bring the camera in a little bit more. You see that? And then you plush it in. And then look. Mad, eh? Let's take away the extreme close-up. I mean, it's so good, isn't it? I cannot feel it. That also surprises me. I cannot feel it at all. Cannot feel it at all, but look how much more rested and open that eye looks. I now have matching eyes, which is great. So if you are slightly heavier hooded than me, you can do 2 or 3. So let's try with 2 on this side. I mean, I sort of, actually thinking about it, I actually really only, I'll do the other eye as well, but I pretty much only need to address my right eye in this situation because I think it's given me a nice sort of socket line there, right? But I'll do the other eye as well to show you how it looks with eye makeup as well. But if you want extra support, you can then still, by following the shape, make sure you don't obviously take the shape away from your natural contours of your face. Take the nice bit there, make sure you bring it low. The angle has to be right. And bring that down slightly. No, that's way too high, you see. Oh, and here we go. Just get that under my nail. Right, okay. So that needs to be angled down more. I was trying to lift it more. And then it follows that sticker. So I've layered the sticker over. And obviously if you're a darker skin tone than me, I mean, they probably do different colours as well. I haven't really researched it that much, just for the fact that I thought the effect was good. Now that really does give me quite a strong crease, but I don't actually like the fact that it's looking unnatural with the way that my lid works. So let me take that one off. Let me just try a little bit lower again. So it's not even lifting, and it's probably going over 1/3 now of the other one. You've got to keep it low, you've got to sit it in that crease there. How does that work? I think that works perfectly, doesn't it? Look at that. And I think once I put the mascara on, no, that's bothering me, sorry, just being a perfectionist. No, I don't like it. I have to say, obviously with everyone's eyes who are watching this is going to be different. With my eye shape, because I do have quite a lot of loose skin, it actually was distorting, which I'm sure you could see, my skin. So I prefer it just on the outside arc. And that does enough for me, to be fair. That does absolutely enough for me. So 2 didn't work for me, but I know that some people use up to 3 on each side. Some people like myself might just use the 1. I would sort of feel that I needed to be balanced actually and do 1 on either side. Not that that side needs it as much. And then we'll put some eyeshadow on and I'll show you the difference. So if you can't find anyone that match your skin, you can always put a little bit of base on them. Your foundation, just going to take this off again, exactly the same way, and tint them because it's kind of like a webbed, transparent sticker. and you can tint it to your desired effect and colour. So keep it in the socket line. See me apply it there, so I'm going down there, keeping it down and tucking it in there. And that's lifted that eye even more, hasn't it? Which then in turn makes that eye just a little bit more droopy. Oh God. Anyway, let's not overthink it. So, how good does that look? And if you are really someone who feels really self-conscious, please, please tell me that if you do buy these and try them and you love them, please, please, please let me know. Because when I was doing a little bit of research, there are a lot of people that feel really, really self-conscious, and this has changed their lives. And I did not know this. Literally hadn't even come across it. So thanks to my dear friend who passed this on so we can share it. I mean, would I probably do this? Do you know, I probably would. Do you know what? I probably would if I was like filming. Look how, I mean, you literally can't see it. If I felt a bit tired and I was filming, it was a big event, do you know what? I might do it. I mean, so what? No one's gonna know anyway, and if they do, oh well. So yeah, I probably would if I had, what about for a nice photograph as well? So nice for a wedding, because then you sort of feel more balanced. I don't know, do you want stickers on your face? It's an interesting one, isn't it? I don't know, good debate. Right, so shall I just try like my favourite eyeshadow and see how it looks? Let's do the mascara first and just do that, and then we'll go with the eyeshadow so you can see the different layers. It would be quite nice to use a mascara. Maybe we'll use Code 8. Gives a nice lift. So all I had on my eyes, by the way, was a little bit of foundation. I hadn't powdered it because I think it's better if it's left a little bit dewy, but not oily for obvious reasons. So I used a little bit of my cellular water over the lid and then just used a little bit of the base over the top, because my eyelids are a little bit different colour, and if your eyelids are different colour, you need to get the colour correct first, but I wouldn't over powder it because then you're not going to get the longevity. Whilst I was testing these, I put it over eyeshadow and it didn't work. In fact, I actually prefer the look with nothing at all. I actually prefer the eye tapes with just sort of a bit of foundation and a natural look, because the eyeshadow somehow understandably created a different texture over the tape to your eye, so it looked a little bit more, oh, do you know what? I could really get away with a nice liquid eyeliner now, couldn't I? See, there's me going, oh no, I'd never use tapes. Oh God, no, I don't want to share that kind of message. She was wrong. She was wrong. Well, I'm talking about myself in the third person, but I was wrong. Now, I took them off. So I'm thinking as I'm putting my mascara on, as we always do, I took them off and washed my face. I wonder whether I just sort of washed my face and sort of kept my eyes on. Have you ever done that before? You just think, oh, I'll just leave my eyes and just wash my face. Not often. I wonder how long they would stay before they started to peel off. Probably not long. I don't think that's a great way to go. I think it's freshly applied. Probably it works best. But I am absolutely thrilled with the results. So let's show you with the eyeshadow. Let's go in with a nice firm brush. And we'll go in with my favourite taupe, shall we? So I'll do that on the lid. I'd never normally do the lashes first, but I just wanted to show you. And because sometimes when you put the eyeshadow on after your mascara, you might flatten them down a bit. You kind of lose that lift. So you know I love this wash, and I would normally put it on with my finger, right? But just for this, to see how it blends in, I'm putting it on with a brush so that I get an even spread of product over the lid. Wow. Look at that. Flawless. I need to cut that colour in just a little bit there. That's coming too forward. watch me now do every makeup with with eye tapes on. Oh God. See, honestly, you think you don't need these things and then you try them and you're like, oh my God, I need them. Oh dear. Okay, so that's a nice light wash of pewter that has not stuck at all. Okay, so if I'm being really, really picky, I can see it. Let me go darker on the other eye. But I could definitely get away with that. Definitely get away with it. I'll just use the same brush and we'll go in with the dark one. Let me just do the socket now maybe and see how that works, right? Just to change size, sort of change application. So I'm now painting this creamy texture over the lid, over my socket with the tip of the wand, so with the tip of the brush, just to really enhance that. See, look, I don't like that because I like it obviously in camera like that, but I can see that. So I can see the difference as it's pushing back the socket. It's kind of creating a lightness there on the lid, which doesn't please me. So let me just fill that in with the dark because everything that is dark retracts, right? So I think if you're doing this, it's nice to have either a completely matte eyeshadow to match the matte texture of the tape. This is slightly balmy and creamy. See, that already that looks so much better. But I think if you go for something really sparkly, the sparkles aren't going to sit on the tape, so I'd keep it super, super matte if you wanted to go for something darker. Or what we can do is, again, just using the tip. If you just want to go darker, we'll just use the black. Keep it within the outer corner of the eye, so you kind of get the definition and bring it round, but kind of keep that socket area not too fussy with shadow. So let's just keep the black round there, just sort of pull it out a little bit more and then blend it in across the lid. I think this really might help some of my clients actually feel confident. It's not really, well, unless I've been hiding under some sort of rock, but as far as I know, it's not something that my colleagues carry in their kits and use regularly, but like I said, who knows? So that's the difference. That would be my biggest kind of tip to you all, just to keep it nice and simple where you put the tape. That works beautifully. And just a little bit soft on the outside. Then you can go dark underneath, or, you know, but you can really create quite a dramatic eye without your eye looking closed. So, what do you think? Are we thumbs up, thumbs down? Actually, on the thumbs up, thumbs down thing, I said to my friend Zoe, who helps me with the channel, I said, do you know, maybe I've mentioned this to you before, I can't remember, I don't get any thumbs downs anymore. None whatsoever. I mean, I've got the best followers. I realise now that YouTube have stopped that. My 10-year-old told me, oh Mum, you can't have thumbs down anymore, it just protects your mental health. Oh, does it? I don't know. Did they take away all the horrible comments as well? Not that I literally had 2% of horrible comments. Not even horrible, just like, you know, I don't think, by the way, a different opinion of mine is a horrible comment. In fact, I love that. I love learning more and I love learning what you guys think, but just unnecessary unkindness was about sort of 2% of my films a month, I would say, so minimal. So yeah, thanks YouTube for protecting my mental health. But yeah, so anyway, so that's not the case. I think they hide them probably in my analytics or something like that. I'd be able to look through and see what percentage of likes and unlikes I have. But quite simply, I don't care, because the majority of you are fabulous and I'm so grateful to have you as my team, I'd like to say there. Right, so there we are. Well, I'm converted. Let me know, please let me know if you get an eye tape and whether you like it. And most importantly, you can't feel it. And if it makes you feel good, then why the heck not? Have a great weekend or a great week, great morning, great day, whenever you're watching it. Bye for now.